Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 5 is equal to x to the power of 3. Now, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to subtract x to the power of 3 on both sides. So now I have x to the power of 5 minus x to the power of 3 is equal to, these two cancel out, 0. Now, the greatest common factor of x to the power of 5 and x to the power of 3 is simply x to the power of 3. So I'm going to factor out x to the power of 3 from x to the power of 5 minus x to the power of 3. So now I get, well, x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3. Let's say we have a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. This is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3, this would equal x to the power of 5 minus 3, which is equal to x to the power of 2. So I have x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 3 is simply 1. And this is equal to 0. And now this gives me two equations. I have x to the power of 3 is equal to 0, or I have x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. So for x to the power of 3 equals 0, the only answer that's possible here is simply x equals 0. So that is one solution. Now for x squared minus 1 equals 0, x squared minus 1, this is the same thing as x plus 1 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. And now this gives me two equations again. I have x plus 1 equals 0 and x minus 1 equals 0. For x plus 1 equals 0, x is equal to negative 1. And x minus 1 equals 0, x is equal to positive 1. So these two are, again, two more solutions. So my three solutions for x are x equals 0, negative 1, and positive 1. Now if I plug in 0 for x, I get 0 to the power of 5 is equal to 0 to the power of 3, and that means 0 is equal to 0. So this is right. Now for negative 1, I have negative 1 to the power of 5 is equal to negative 1 to the power of 3. Negative 1 to the power of 5 is simply negative 1. Negative 1 to the power of 3 is negative 1, so this is right. Finally, I have 1 to the power of 5 is equal to 1 to the power of 3. 1 to the power of 5 is 1 is equal to 1 to the power of 3 is also 1, so this is right. So all three solutions are correct.